I know you worked up a sweat. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hometown Cable, or what else? North Country Cable, possibly too. Going to end up with this tape. This is Wild Bill Chase and Calvin Castine here at Seton Catholic Varsity Soccer Field. Class B, Section 7, 1998 championship game on the line. The number 1 seeded Plattsburgh Hornets against the number 2 seeded Peru Indians. Plattsburgh in their orange and black, orange uniforms, black shorts, black socks. And Peru in their away uniform of all blue. We will try to do the best we can looking through this plexiglass, because the timekeeper up here has got the real thin blood and he needs all the plexiglass put up, and he's even got a little heater going to keep himself warm. They have an early chance by Plattsburgh. It was off the Peru defender, number 21, Tayo. Nate Newton starts in goal for Plattsburgh. They got Tayo back there on defense. I believe there's Ortel plays in the middle. Outside fulls, well, we'll get to them. Ball's in the middle of the field. Gary King touching it outside. They punch it down the right wing. Drawlett pressuring the Hornet defense. This is my first time seeing this Plattsburgh team all year long. I haven't had a chance to see them. They finished the regular season as the CVAC champs with a 14-2 record. Plattsburgh with 12-4 record. Back behind Northeastern in third place. Huh? Well, Peru. Oh, did I say Peru?
I said Plattsburgh 12-4.
Oh, Plattsburgh is 2 different records. Thought you didn't correct me no more. In goal is Favreau for the Hornets. And a long punt there. All the signs put up on the other side. Horn concentrate. Goal PHS. Hornets win. There are a lot of Hornet fans, or signs anyways. Ball's out of bounds, far side of the field. Indians with the throw. Indians are coached by Mr. Gary Edwards. His assistant is Tommy Harrigan. PHS coach Pete Sullivan. The assistant, I don't know if they got him listed. No, they don't. Tonight's officials, Clark Kurdick is on the far side, and Jim Schutz here on the near side. Goal kick coming up for Peru. Ortel takes the kick. Picked off by PHS. Ball goes bounce out of bounds, far side. Throw in. Oh, this is going to be something trying to figure out this roster here. PHS gave me for some reason they wrote on this roster, instead of just putting down the number, they wrote jersey right next to it. Jersey number 30. They wrote jersey 20 times. I guess so. I could have probably just written jersey once and some ditto marks after that. O'Connor, isn't that number 13?
Yep.
Yeah. I could tell him from just the way his body language, I guess. Ortel again. Ball's on the 18. And the Hornets gain control on the right side. Number 12 had the ball. That'd be Lapierre. David Drawlett now will throw it in for Peru. Finds his brother's head. Ball bounces inside the penalty area. Stepping up for the Indians was number 5. That's Garrett Wass. PHS able to survive that. They move it up the field down the right wing. Lapierre with the ball. Lapierre still hanging on. Taps it outside. That one's going to run out of bounds, and a throw-in coming up. Eric LaRock knocking the ball out of bounds. David Drawlett will throw the ball in for Peru. O'Connor with the head on it. Drawlett coming off the field and playing the ball up. That's off the body of King. Michael Griffin sends it over to the right side. And who's number 30? Is that Michael Griffin? Michael Griffin's number 30. I got somebody mixed up in the middle with him. Peru backpedaling a little bit, try to move it up the field, but intercepted by the Hornets. Ball's loose. Keeper Newton coming out, and I believe a whistle for offsides. Yeah, that's the signal from the official, Clark Herdick. O'Connor taps it out there where Lapierre is running it down. Picking up Lapierre, number 20 for Peru. That's Clark. Ball sent in and out of bounds. Goal kick coming up for the Indians. On the goal kick, it's put right back in on the defense. Ortel, though, is there to pick it up at top of the 18. He clears it up the right side. Hamilton lets the ball run out of bounds. Peru with the throw right at midfield. Hamilton's throw, looking for Wasp. PHS headed it back up the field. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It's off in Hamilton this time. Matt Odell, is number 21, throws it in. Pretty much play between the 18s thus far here. 33 and a half minutes still left, first half. Jesse Drawlett, one of the offensive threats for the Indians, and Gary King trying to move it inside the penalty area, but PHS denies that. Clark getting there before Lapierre could move it any farther than midfield. He tapped it back in on the Hornets defense. Whitbeck with the ball. Whitbeck goes outside, and Lapierre hits Clark, maintains control, puts the ball out to the left side. Newton's going to let it go out of bounds, and we've got a goal kick coming up. Peru taking a short route there on the goal kick. Ball's out of bounds. Miller with the ball. Kelly Miller. Good throw down the left side. Tapped out of bounds by Tayo. Hornets will maintain possession on the far side of the field. Their left side. Miller stepping up to take the throw. Everybody back for Peru, more or less, inside that box. Only one is Jesse Drawlett, and he was just maybe 5-6 yards outside the box. It's sent in towards the goal, and Newton was able to handle that. He threw it up the field, and the Hornets keep them hemmed in their own end, but knocked out of bounds, and it'll be an Indians throw. Pasty's the one that kicked that ball out of bounds. That's Griffin with the ball. Tayo, defensively, knocks it off in one of the Hornet players and out of bounds, another goal kick. Ortel getting more leg into that goal kick, and O'Connor gets caught with his hands on the back of Gary King. Gary King lets Ortel move up from the 6-yard line to take that. The ball bounces by Jesse Drawlett, and one of the Hornet defenders, and number 16, Kevin Brennan, has to kick it out of bounds in front of the Peru bench. David Drawlett, he has a strong throw. It's a Hornet defender and then cleared to midfield. Tayo putting a head on it. Him and Clark dumping it into the Hornet end. Gary King there to pressure Brennan. I think he clears it up the field. Coming back, Griffin to pick it up. Griffin. The ball sent down here for Lapierre. Tayo got there before Lapierre knocks it out of bounds. That was LaRock with the pass up the field for Lapierre. Griffin working on the right side. And a goal kick for the Indians. That's off Ortel. Griffin trying to save it. He does. Ortel there, but then loses it, and Griffin called for a push. Brian Kochi, number 18, he plays up front for the Hornets. Just trying to fill in the guys we haven't mentioned yet. Ortel up to King. Right on King's back is O'Connor. He goes back to Drawlett, moves it down the left side to the other Drawlett. David is passed to his brother Jesse. Jesse quickly trying to dump it in on across the field, but that's picked up by Brenner. King. Oh, this is Connor, I believe, number 11. Shane Connor knocking the ball out of bounds. Off in the Hornets, though. Drawlett right again in front of his home bench. Gary Edwards telling him something. He stopped his first attempt. He goes to the left side. O'Connor there with King. O'Connor sends it up the field and out of bounds. November 3rd here. Cool evening. No wind tonight as compared to what was here for the Class C Boys Championship game last night. Wasps collided with the Hornet defender, and then the ball's got a handball called here, I believe. Kicked into the hands of one of the Indians. Free kick for Plattsburgh. It's number 26 taking a kick. Adam Pasty. Pasty sends it up into the Peru end. Cleared straight up in the field. King and O'Connor go up. The ball moves to the foot of Jesse Drawlett. He kicks it out to the right side, and Kelly Miller gets a foot on it. He puts it down the left wing. Ortel steps over there to take the ball away. And now it's knocked out of bounds. Is that number? It's got to be number 27, I believe. Sam Ryder playing over there on the left side. Ryder is the guy I mixed up with Michael Griffin earlier. Miller's throw goes all the way into Tayo. Ball's headed into the middle of the field. Shane Connor. King. But Whitbeck clears it temporarily. Now Peru again back on the attack. Drawlett trying to chip one in over the Hornet defense. Brenner. Peru here with a little bit of pressure. Nice play by Ortel to tap the ball to the right to Hamilton. His ball is cleared by Whitbeck. Now across midfield, Michael Griffin steps around Tayo. On the left side, Griffin opened temporarily. Tayo recovered nicely. And then now the ball's knocked out of bounds, and it's a corner kick coming up for the Hornets. Okay, the Hornets getting set for their corner kick here. And they just subbed in 4 or 5 new guys. Just as we're getting down pat who was in the game, now we got to try and figure out the new guys. I think Jeff Benjamin's in there now, number 23. He's easy to pick out. Ortel. Taking all the goal kicks, Ortel does. And, not getting a lot of foot into him. Nice play there by David Drawlett. Defender Brenner making a nice play. O'Connor at the left foot. New line, I believe they put in. Number 2's in the game for PHS. That's Melanchuk. That's off the head of Brennan. Number 26, Pasty. Dumps it down the right side, but out of bounds. Williams looking for Kochi inside. Ball's cleared by the Indians. Pasty's going to get it under control. Gary King can't get there in time. They put it down the right side. Melanchuk and Williams. Melanchuk moves to his left. Waiting there calmly. David Drawlett kicking it out of bounds. PHS with a throw in here on the right side. O'Connor looking to find open space. Running the end line. But it's off in Drawlett. Another corner kick for the Hornets. Two-man corner kick. They go into short route. That's picked up by David Drawlett. He'll kick it out of bounds right in front of the Hornet bench. Brenner quickly with the throw. Now Malinchuk. Here's cross back to the 18. Williams shot and deflected in off of one of the Peru players to the keeper Newton, and Newton hangs on. Nate Newton, he can, big guy. Goes at least 6'4", 6'5", cover a lot of that net. Had some nice saves against Seton in that semifinal match. Peru prevailed by a score of 1-0. Gary King getting the lone goal in the first half with about 8 minutes left. PHS advancing to this championship game by winning their semifinal games by a score of 3-1. Although Saranac Lake was up by 1-0. And PHS had to come back on that one. And that ball sent just wide of the top corner. Out of bounds, goal kick.
Go, 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 go! Right down the flat!
Oh, that's new blood for, that's number 2 there for Peru. That's Curtis Smith. Usually when Smith goes in the game, they put in James Alger also. Malinchuk taps it inside. Newton squiggles away from Newton, and though cleared by his Peru teammates. There's Williams working hard, trying to dump it into the middle. Benjamin, his ball sent back. Stepping up, it looks like Kelly Miller. Through there, and Williams unable to touch that ball towards the net. Goes out of bounds, a goal kick. Close call there for the Indians. 18 minutes gone here in the first half. This Class B, Section 7 championship game for boys high school soccer here on Hometown Cable. Whitbeck with the ball on midfield. Sends it into the right corner. Williams gets a head on it. Malinchuk with another head. Stepping up is LaRock. LaRock taps it over the end line. And another goal kick.
Oh, CJ! CJ! Hit it up!
Peru is having a problem actually breaking out of their own end, especially after a goal kick, and that Ortel is unable to move it up at least to midfield. Benjamin over on the left side looking to keep it in. He does. But that's taken off his foot by Tayo. A nice play by Dustin Tayo. Throw in coming up for the Hornets, far side. Kelly Miller will take it. It's off the head of Benjamin, but moves in the favor of Peru. Peru really packing in everybody defensively. There's Alger trying to take the ball off the foot of Wetback. He goes back to his teammate Pasty. Pasty dumps it down the left side. Peru clears it up again. LaRock gets a head on it. Malinchuk looking to get it under control. Taps it out to the left side. Hamilton there to help out. And then sent out of bounds by number 13 for the Indians. That'd be Alger. Drawlett picking up that pass off the foot of Miller. But Miller again looking for Benjamin. Ortel, 2 heads in a row there. Now it's Alger with the ball. Alger on the right side, trying to go by Miller. Alger now moves to the middle. Taps back to Ortel, but LaRock knocks that ball out of bounds. Peru subs coming in. Something. Benjamin's ball put in the middle. David Drawlett's there. Williams trying to slow him down, but unable to. And David Drawlett puts it down the right side. Back in the game is Wass. Garrett Wass. He's right on the back of Pasty. Pasty keeping him at bay. Shane Connor now with David Drawlett. the Indians. On a few times here in the first half, they're going to be down in the near the Hornets' goal. Whitbeck, he gets a foot on it. Ball's bouncing around here. Peru can get under control. They could possibly make something happen. Wasp with the shot. And Drawlett. And Drawlett just out of the reach of that. And it goes out of bounds. Favreau will set up the goal kick here for the Hornets. Well, the Hornets, it looks like they enjoy the luxury of being able to switch that front line and their outside halfbacks at least. And as the game wears on, that could help them out. Oh, Jesse Drawlett took a shot. The goalie had fallen down, but it was blocked by one of the Hornet defenders. Hamilton will throw it in, far side, deep in the Hornet territory. Hamilton looking for Ortel. Ortel flicks it to the end line. And they're calling offsides, I believe. Or did they say the ball went out of bounds? No, calling offsides. Clark Hurdick directing Kelly Miller where to place the ball. 7:15 left here in the first half. No score. Ball put down the left side. Skips by Tayo. Michael Griffin looking for a pass. But Ortel's in front of that. Griffin can't keep Ortel in. O'Connor picks up the loose ball. O'Connor, he's got a good shot if he can get it off. David Drawlett going up there to get a head on that ball. Now Griffin on the right side, on the end line. Being watched by Clark. Ball's put in the middle. Oh, tapped away by Hamilton. Sam Ryder was there for the Hornets, but Hamilton, nice play defensively. Jesse Drawlett stepping around. Who's number 17? Must be Koch, Gary Garcia. Connor in the middle of the field. And that midfield. Down the right side. Griffin being watched by Clark. Griffin tapping the ball through. Shut, saying that his teammate was offsides. Offsides was Brian Kochi. On the indirect. Wass down the right side. He's inside the Hornet territory. Kelly Miller watching him. Hornets very stingy this year at allowing goals. I think it was like 10 for the entire year. Their keeper, I believe, had 12 shutouts. Ball's thrown into Connor. Now Michael Griffin at midfield on the left side. Griffin still with the ball. Comes over here to the right. Lapierre heads it through, but Clark clears it. Whitbeck dumps it right back in. Tayo going up there again. Griffin tapping it back to Ryder, and the shot goes all the way in on Newton, but he easily handles that. Lapierre trying to send Kochi free. Ryder banging one into the Peru defender. Skipped in, and Newton is in the right place. A nice play by Griffin, though, to put that ball on net. Newton, though, on the right, saw that two Hornet defenders over there to his left. Their right. Nice ball by Drawlett into King, but King, he lost it off his foot and passed. He sent it over to the left side. Ryder to Kochi. Ball's in the middle. O'Connor to Lapierre. Lapierre moves to his left. And Connor, and Shane Connor, number 11 for the Indians, sends it out of bounds. Lapierre quickly with the restart on the throw-in. Shane Connor battling O'Connor. You got a goal kick or corner kick? Yep. Shane, turn his back to him. Well, Jesse Drawlett kicks the ball out of bounds. The Hornets pretty much dominating play here in the first half, but Peru has been stingy on their giving them any good scoring chances. And getting tripped up is Wasp for Peru, so it'll be a free kick for the Indians deep in their own end. Oh, it's Waddy is number 7 for Peru. Back to the play, Whitbeck. He's over on the left side with the ball. One thing about this Hornet defense that I notice is defensive unit. There's nobody that's small in there. Kelly Miller, Pasty, Whitbeck, and Brenner are all big kids. Couchy trying to move it on the left side. Knocked out of bounds by the Indians. Kelly Miller will step up to take the throw. Alger and Smith are waiting to come back into the game for Peru. Miller, strong throw, but Ortel is there, and he's been there several times for Peru to get ahead on the ball. They're running into the back of Whitbeck is Wass. Hornets with a free kick. Pasty is going to set the ball for Kelly Miller. Or is Pasty taking it? We've got the Hornet shuffle going on in front of. Nobody bites on it. Garcia shot blocked. And cleared by Ortel. Just prior to that free kick, anybody that was on the right moved to the left for the Hornets. Everybody on the left moved to the right. That's why I call it the Hornet shuffle. Free kick for the Indians. Ortel takes that one. It's off the foot of King. Tapped right back in. Garcia can't get it over the head of David Drawlett. Loose ball. O'Connor steals it away from Drawlett. Nice play there. Tap it off in Griffin's foot. They put it out to the right. Lapierre shot through the middle. And the Hornet left wing can't get there, and we got another goal kick coming up. You know, if I do fall out of this window, I might be okay as long as there's somebody down there buying something. Then they're going to take the worst of it.
They want their money back.
Yeah. If there's nobody down there, I'll hit the cement. And we'll have to sue Jeff for having to put up his plastic here. Plexiglass.
False security.
You know, one thing about Seton that I don't like where this press box and concession stand actually is, because it ruins the atmosphere a little bit. Where the fans on one side can't hear the fans on the other, you know what I mean?
That's better.
I don't know about that. Last night's game, I went over to the other side for a little while, and if it wasn't for the wind over there, it's a lot more fun to watch it on that side, because you could hear both sides. And of course, you know, all the yelling was about last night, or who it was directed at.
Very deserving soul.
Oh, come on. I thought the officiating was good. Pasty trying to keep it in. That's rattled off and Alger out of bounds. Here comes a couple subs for the Hornets. All right, we're back here. Kelly Miller, far side of the field. Throw in. Somebody gets knocked down for Peru. It's number 7, Waddy. Jesse Drawlett coming back for that ball, but that's blocked by Pasty, or Whitbeck. It's dumped in. Tayo's head came to Lapierre. Nice touch ball to Lapierre from Griffin, and his ball shot goes over the top of the net. And another goal kick. Okay, Matt Hamilton is out, and Robbie Hughes is in for Peru. He's number 18. O'Connor had it unleashing a shot, but that goes wide. Down to 7 minutes left here in the first half. Peru has been able to hang on here, and that they're keeping the score at 0-0. Newton picking up that loose ball inside his own end. Mike Williams right there in case he dropped the ball. Newton's punt. It's a high punt down the right side over the head of Alger. And somehow it gets by Kelly Miller. I guess, oh, he didn't touch it? Oh, no, the official said he did. Peru now. Alger throwing in to Gary King. King taps into the middle to Ortel. Ortel moves to the middle to his left, looking for either Smith or Drawlett. Lapierre intercepts that. Now, Ortel gets it up to Drawlett. Drawlett goes through Brenner. But then the loose ball picked up by Ortel, and he sails it over the end line. Goal kick for the Hornets. Kelly Miller taking the goal kick. Well, there's a goal kick. Cross midfield. Peru, though, heads it back into the Plattsburgh end. Gary King with the ball. King fell down. Lost the ball to Pasty. Waddy steps up at midfield and dumps the ball in, and it goes all the way over the end line. Another goal kick. Class D game earlier tonight. Championship game. Chazy prevailing by a score of 5-0 over Elizabethtown. Elizabethtown didn't even belong in that game. Just only scored 8 goals all year long. Elizabethtown Lewis High School, I guess. Tyo tapping the ball out of bounds. Lapierre lets it go. Now quickly throws it down the right wing. Tyo there. Fell down. Williams now finds O'Connor. O'Connor's shot. Newton able to hang on there. Almost squirting through his legs, but score remains 0-0. 4:40 left here in the first half. Bill Chase, Calvin Castine. Local cable access channel, Hometown Cable. Here to bring you all the action. And there's a call here for the Hornets. Got a direct kick. Ball just inside the Peru end. Hamilton, Wasp, and Connor waiting to come in for the Hornet or the Indians. Peru cleared it temporarily, and Lapierre will get called for throwing the body into Curtis Smith. David Drawlett. That hits Whitbeck in the head. It's going to go out of bounds. Drawlett going to wait for his three teammates to come onto the field. Drawlett looking for Wass. Brenner heads it out. Williams better maintain his position. He can't move with the thrower, and he does. Brenner's got his teammate Pasty back there. Wass looking to go back to David Drawlett. And Drawlett getting there before the ball went out of bounds. Nice hustle by David Drawlett. Rattles it off Brenner. Peru maintaining possession on the throw. Williams had it, and now that's off the foot of Connor. Hornets. Lapierre throws it into Griffin. Griffin retreats a little bit. It's knocked off his foot. O'Connor picks it up. Nice ball down the right side. Tyo looking to pick up Williams. He cuts inside. There's a chance here. And he went for the near side. And Newton, I believe, tapped it out of bounds. So it's corner kick. Beautiful save by Newton. Two and a half minutes left here in the half. Oh, Clark blocking that shot. And now a handball called on the Hornets. Indians, I think, will be really happy if they can hang on here till halftime and have a 0-0 score. And you know, and it's anybody's ball game. You get that second half with that kind of score. O'Connor's through ball. Williams, he's got it. Ortel steps in front of him. The ball's bouncing around again dangerously inside the penalty area of the Indians. And Tile going straight up. And PHS's players hitting Tile when he was up in the air. So another call for the Indians. But Peru unable to clear the ball again. They sent it up the field and right onto the Hornets. And a handball called on Lapeer. Peru making it a lot harder for themselves than it actually probably is, or should be. Jarlett. Right to Whitbeck again. All the first touches, most direct kicks, goal kicks that Peru takes. The Indians are good, the Hornets are getting there first. Griffin looking to put it over the left side. LaRock now with the ball. Top of the 18, moving on the left side. LaRock's cross into the middle. Newton is there. Less than a minute left in the first half here. Newton taking his time. Waddy sends it down the right side. Wasp running up on Kelly Miller. Kelly Miller forced to tap the ball out of bounds. Rummy going in for Wasp. He'll get a hot 20 seconds or so of playing time here in the first half. O'Connor, his head goes onto the foot of Hamilton. King moving up, trying to get a shot off before the end of the half. Well, that's the way the half is going to end, 0-0. The Peru Indians and the Plattsburgh Hornets all tied up here in this Class B Section 7 championship game here on Hometown Cable. Calvin Castine and Bill Chase will return after the teams get their break. For what? Alrighty. I'll hit him with a bottle for you. Sounds good to me. Well, we're back to the game. Kelly Miller here on the left side now. Throw the ball in. That's over the head of, is it Coachy? Couchy? How do you say it? Coochie? Coachy. Coachy. Oh, that's a teddy bear name, isn't it? No? Throw in to Gary King. Taps it down the right side. Pasty getting it under control. King intercepts that. He's got Drawlett in the middle. Oh, if Drawlett could have controlled that ball, he'd have been breaking free. Whitbeck stepping up. Sends it up the field. Griffin gets it outside to Coochie. But Waddy clears it for the Indians. Nice ball put up there by a Peru player. I think it was, Gary King, forcing Fabro to come all the way out to the top of the 18, beating Drawlett to the ball. Oh, Coachy going to get called for knocking down Waddy. Ortel at midfield for a free kick. Ortel looking to go to the short route and Garrett Wasp, but that ball's intercepted by Miller. Oh, nice move by David Drawlett. Drawlett into the middle of the field. Drawlett lacing a shot. It's blocked. And out of bounds. What do we got? Corner kick coming up for Peru. Nice run there by David Drawlett. Tommy Harrigan tells him, let David take it. Jesse goes into the middle of the field. His brother David will take the corner kick. Line drives headed out of there by either Pasty or Brenner. Draw that with the left foot. Gary King's header just over the crossbar. And we got a goal kick coming up. A great chance there for King because Favreau was out of the net and was backpedaling. Herdick checks on Favreau because he fell on his back. Clock continues to move. 37.5 minutes left here in regulation. Let's hope this game ends in regulation. Because if it don't, Kelvin, you'll be doing the overtime by yourself. Gary King gets caught with his hands on the back of number 18. It's Brian Kochi. Put a ball at midfield. Pasty sets the ball just inside the Peru end. Pasty's kick, top of the 18, headed out of there by Ortel. Ortel heads just about, if he can get his head on it, he's been doing it all game. Lapierre over on the right. Rob Lapierre. Kochi unable to pick that ball up. Cleared temporarily. O'Connor goes out to the right. Sam Ryder. Kochi. Tile. Heading it out. The one time back in by LaRock. And Newton makes another save. Nate Newton, strong punt there across midfield, but Whitback is there. LaRock dumps it out to Lapierre on the right. Clark watching it. And LaRock kicks the bouncing ball over the top of the net, and out of bounds goal kick coming up. 2 games here tonight, so you had to pay an extra $1 to get in. Only one donated it to the Tommy Tragan Going to Florida Fund. Or either better yet, we use that money to send Jan Flynn on a one-way ticket somewhere. Send her to Mongolia with Chuck Schumer. Trollat with the ball. Oh, to his brother. He chips it. Oh, just wide. Great play, though, by the Trollat boys. And PHS is scrambling here in the opening minutes of this second half. It just seems like 2 different teams just stepped on the field here. It was all PHS in the first half, and now the Indians looking to, I guess, return the favor and take it to the Hornets. That's because, you know why? They just want me to be looking through this plexiglass the whole time. If the team that was going towards the goal to my left, I'd be able to see where we got the plexiglass opened. I got to look everything to my right. Waddy with the ball. Off in Kochi's foot out of bounds. Hamilton will take the throw for the Indians. Dumped into the Hornet end. Pasty waits on the ball. Hamilton blocks that at midfield. Garrett Wass. He's knocked down by Brenner. Be a free kick for the Indians. About 30 yards out in front of the Hornet goal. Favreau's out of his net again. He looks like he's about 5-6 yards out in front of the net. Trollat sends it in right on the body of Griffin, so he didn't accomplish what he wanted to. Griffin almost stole it from Tyle, but his teammate was there, Waddy, to clear it. Couchy picking it up for Plattsburgh. Sends it down the left side, but out of bounds. Hamilton will take the throw. Hamilton to Wass. Jesse Trollat. Gary King there, looking to take the ball away. King, he's breaking in the middle. He shoots, he scores! King has put Peru on top by a score of 1-0. And again, Favreau playing out in front of the goal area. He got caught out, and King making a nice run. Puts Peru up by a score of 1-0, 33:02 on the clock here, left in regulation. Your name's Jeff Wood. Give yourself an assist. All right. Gary King scored the lone goal in the semifinal game that Peru beat Seton by 1-0. And now, this championship game, the underdog Indians are on top of the heavily favored Hornets. They split their games in the regular season. PHS winning the first game 2-0. And the Indians winning the second game by a score of 2-1. Ball's put down the left side. Gary King lets the ball go out of bounds. The Hornets with the throw. Brenner throws it in up to Lapierre. All right, Griffin, he's on the left side. Waddy watching him. Goes to his left. Griffin taps into the middle. Ortel deflects it back to his keeper, Newton. Newton has been in the right place at the right time here so far tonight. Pasty with the head. Connor keeping Brenner off him. Ball goes out of bounds. Brenner will throw it in. Finds LaRock. LaRock gonna tap back to Brenner, but then taps it out of bounds. Indians with the ball. Connor trying to move across midfield. Brenner stops him. Gives the ball to LaRock. LaRock taps into the middle. Moving up was O'Connor. And what do we got? Man down. Somebody on the far side of the field next to Clark Kurdick is down. Shane Connor for Peru. 31-11 left on the clock. Peru having possession. They get to restart it. An indirect kick. David Drawlett puts it into the Hornet end. Curtis Smith moving down the left side. He loses it. It's cleared by Whitbeck or Pasty. Not quite sure. Peru keeping it in this end of the field. Seems to be whoever's defending the goal, or has to defend the goal nearest to the parking lot, is going to see all the action. Kelly Miller getting a head on it. Ryder sends it up to Griffin. Griffin still maintaining control. Goes inside the LaRock, but Ortel is there to knock it off his foot. Ortel has played a great game for Peru. 4 Hornets coming into the game. Pete Sullivan looking to jumpstart his second half offense, so he's replaced the line. Jeff Benjamin's now out there. Melanchuk and Mike Williams. There's Melanchuk heading up. Benjamin. Remember last year in the championship game against Seton, Benjamin took out a couple Seton players and they scored their winning goal on. That's all we'll say about that. One of them happened to be my son, Alex Chase. Throw in, goes over the end line, and a goal kick for Peru. Oh, not a great kick, but it goes across midfield into the Hornet end. Brenner forced to put it up the right side. Melanchuk trying to move around Alger. What do we got? Sub coming in for Peru. Jesse Drawlett out of the game. He got the assist on the goal that was scored by King. Rummy, who came in only with about 20 seconds left in the first half, back in a little bit earlier here in the second half. Down to 28 and a half minutes left. Auger moving up. Whitbeck steals it away for the Hornets. Ortel intercepts his pass. Ortel moves back over to his right. C.J. Smith. Miller had cut him off. Sent the ball out of bounds. Hamilton trying to get the throw in quickly, but Miller got a head on it. Nice pass into Smith. But Pasty makes the play defensively. Stepping up, Alger. Alger slowing down Melanchuk, and ball's out of bounds on the far side. PHS there. Well, they picked up about, I'm noticing they've been picking up about 5-6 yards almost every throw in. Oh, nice through ball there. Newton's got to come out. What are we going to have? What do we got? Call against the Hornets. 2 bodies falling down, and I think they said Williams took out the Peru defender. But Dalton Newton was beating everybody to the ball. Ordell's pass is intercepted. Williams to Benjamin. Benjamin looking to one-time it. That's cleared by Clark. But O'Connor, who has a rocket for a shot, he can't get it off. Clark. Teammates. And who is that? Melanchuk sending the ball high and wide on the short side.
Let's go.
PHS got some cheer going about bananas over there, Calvin. Peel to the left, peel to the right. Did you ever watch the movie Rudy?
Most of it.
There's a great part in there where he does an impersonation of Newt Rockney there. Standing on the stool in the locker room. Giving his little pre-game speech like. Stop the clock. And officials stopping the clock because they're going to talk to each other, I believe. 25:54 left here on the clock. Jim Schutz said he had a corner. I heard him yell at to Clark Herdick, but Herdick came over and works out for the Indians. They get a goal kick. I think Jim was actually asking Clark for his assistance, just to make sure. O'Connor heading the ball in. Benjamin having his hand right in the back of Waddy. But it's cleared. Jesse Drawlett back in the game. Taps it up to Shane Connor. Shane Connor looking to move around the right side. Connor with the ball. He can't work by Pasty. Right in front of the Peru or Hornet bench. It's a throw-in. Hamilton taking his time. Kelly Miller getting the first touch. David Drawlett banging in there with one of the Hornet players. Ball's dumped out of the Hornet end. Benjamin. Tile touches it by Benjamin. Benjamin losing it off his foot. Who's his teammate, number 8? John Houston. Houston and Benjamin trying to move it down the left side for the Hornets. Kelly Miller, he has the strong throw. He'll step up from the fullback position to take this throw deep in Indian territory. Miller's throw, line drive. Ball's loose inside the area. Saved by Newton. Swing and a miss, and we're going to have a dangerous play called on somebody. And we got a couple Peru Indian players down. But Newton making the save there. Number 5, Wasp, one of the players down, but he appears to be okay. Clock continues to run. Dangerous play called against PHS. Ball's up the midfield. Jesse Drawlett knocked down by Whitbeck. Pete Sullivan asking what the call was down on the side the box, the penalty area for that dangerous play called. Jim Schutz telling him, I didn't blow my whistle, so relax. Ball's out of bounds. It's off in the Hornet player. It's a blue ball. No subs. It's off in Connor. No, drop ball. No subs. We're going to drop it again, I believe. Bring it in farther into the field. Maybe they won't kick it out of bounds this time, Clark says. And they don't. Picking up the loose ball. Looks like Williams. Benjamin fell down. Tayo at midfield. Kelly Miller heads it in. But Waddy is there. Tapped into the Hornets end by Connor. David Drawlett. Or is that Gary King? No, that's Gary King, yeah. Barak. Ball's touched inside by Wass. Wass is hurt. Getting up slowly anyways. He gets up. Hamilton keeping Williams hemmed in his own end. He has to go back to Miller. Miller sends it up through the middle, and David Drawlett is there. Skips it off O'Connor's head. Goes all the way back to Whitback. Whitback on the right side. Taps it up to his teammate, Malinchuk. Malinchuk moves around one Peru player. And Clark kicks it out of bounds, and here comes 4 Hornet subs coming in the game with 21:50 left on the clock. Okay, new front line back in. Ryder, Griffin, Williams stays out there. Probably Kelchie's back in. Ball's put back in the Hornet end. Favreau roaming on high on the 18. Picks the ball up to his left. Favreau, a nice strong punt. But Ortel is able to get the first touch on it. O'Connor picked it up. O'Connor goes to Garcia. Somebody from the Hornet side yelling, watch the offside, and I guess maybe Jim heard him because he called offsides. It must have been a Peru fan, though. Down underneath us to our right. 2 games tonight, so they charge you $3 to get in. But who's, how many of them Shazy and Elizabethtown people are still hanging around here to see that second game? Drawlett takes out Kelly Miller. Miller takes a little exception to it. Gets up. All right, good aggressive soccer there. Hamilton sends it down the right side. Goes over the end line with a goal kick coming up. Ryder sends that right into the belly of Griffin. Brenner now touching it up to Williams. Williams moving it down the right side. Williams being watched by Clark. They both fall down. They both fall down again. And now a call against the Hornets. Jim Schutz and Clark Herdick have switched sides now. Herdick here on the near side, Schutz on the far side. 1-0 score, down under 20 minutes left in regulation. The Peru Indians, with the lone goal coming off the foot of Gary King, have the lead. Ortel looking to go back to King, but that's intercepted by O'Connor. Chris O'Connor's chip is headed out of there by Waddy on the 18. Ryder trying to keep it in for the Hornets. His shot lofted towards the goal, and wide goal kick for the Indians. Whitbeck looking to keep it in. Actually, something? Whitbeck hasn't been involved that much in this ball game. No, I haven't. And now Whitbeck with the ball. Uh-oh. And Griffin is called offsides, even though he redirected it right into the arms of Newton anyway, so I don't think with Herdick blowing the whistle was actually slowed down Griffin. He didn't. Sort of punched his arm in the air there a little bit. Not in agreement with the call. Hamilton deep on his own end with the head of the throw-in, dangerously into the middle. PHS O'Connor picking it up, goes over to the right to Lapierre. Lapierre's shot hits the back heel of David Drawlett. O'Connor Has to go back to Whitbeck. Now we're saying Whitbeck's name a little bit more now. He touch pass. End line, Garcia gets there. Looking to go back to Ryder. He doesn't, though. Headed out of there by Tile. Dustin Tile defensively getting the job done there. Ball sent over by Ryder. Brenner with the ball. Brenner to Lapierre. To O'Connor. O'Connor sends it high and wide of the goal. Goal kick for the Indians. PHS trying to show some patience and moving the ball well, but they really haven't unleashed any, well, maybe a little bit earlier in this half. Newton had to make a save, diving on a scramble in front. But other than that, they haven't had that great of a scoring chances. Alger working on Brenner. Alger moves the ball up to his right. Ball's out of bounds. I believe it's a free kick. Yeah, they're going to call Brenner for knocking Alger down. Almost more or less a corner kick here coming up for the Indians. David Drawlett, I believe, over there to take the kick. Ball sent into the penalty area. O'Connor keeping the ball under control with the right foot and then kicking it out of there with his left. Nice job by Chris O'Connor. PHS at midfield. O'Connor coming up and getting involved in the play. He goes out to the right to Lapierre. Lapierre's shot. Ball's loose. Ryder, he's in front of there. Artell, Hamilton. And Michael Griffin kicks the ball over the top of the goal. He was wide open there, about 7 yards in front of the net. The score remains 1-0. Well, the Hornets had a chance there. Griffin sent the ball over the top of the net. Call against the Hornets here. Indians hanging on to that 1-0 lead. Ball's put up the middle. Shane Connor. Nice move to keep Whitback off the ball. Kelly Miller. Moved it up the field. Ryder can't clear it out. Jesse Drawlett. Ryder steals it from Drawlett. Hamilton. Waddy now blocks that pass by Ryder. Tyo dumps it back into the Hornet end. Whitback with the ball. Chips a high shot. Clark will head it out the field. O'Connor. Lapierre picks that up. Looking to pass into the middle. Lapierre had to look like some time and teammates coming in from the 18, but he sent it towards the goal and Newton was there. Handled it with ease. Lapierre heads it up. Indians now on the Hornet end. Draw that with the ball. And Ryder will kick that ball over to the right side and out of bounds. Indians far side of the field at midfield. Throwing down the left wing. Brenner has to kick the ball out of bounds. Indians David Drawlett again will throw it in. Throws it into space. Brenner is there to get a body on it. And cleared by his teammate, Michael Griffin. Backpedals. Touches out to the right. Lapierre is there. Cochie's over there on the right also. Now Cochie with the ball. David Drawlett taps it off Cochie's foot. Out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in. Cochie goes back to O'Connor, and he loses it out of bounds. The Indians regain possession on the throw-in. And back to Clark, and he tapped it back to Drawlett. Jesse Drawlett passed his brother, or David passed to Jesse, but the Hornets keep it in. Shane Connor knocked off the ball by Michael Griffin. Jesse Drawlett down the left side, picking up that loose ball. Pasty steps over to help out Brenner. Drawlett. That's blocked. Now the Hornets at midfield. It was Garcia that blocked it. Now Garcia is on the right side. Nice play made by Peru defender. But they say he tripped up the PHS player. Garcia with the ball on the free kick. Sends it into the middle. Nobody there for the Hornets. Picked up by Was. Cleared. Brenner. Brenner's got time. Peru's packing it in. Everybody back defensively for him. Michael Griffin got a body on it. Griffin on the short side. Ball's free. There's a score. He tapped it into the middle. And let's see. Brian Kochi, able to just tap it into the wide open net. And we got a 1-1 score. 10:45 left here in the first half. Right. Oh, whatever. Kochi, Couchy. We're on the air?
We're on the air.
All right, 1-1. Tommy Tragan here said that PHS was going to score after the Indians did. Tie it up. We were going to have 1-1 going to overtime. Well, we're 10:45 away from that here. Bill Chase, Calvin Castine for Hometown Cable, bringing you Championship Soccer week here, all week long at Seton Catholic. 2 games tonight. They had a game last night. There's 2 games tomorrow night. And finish out the championship week with Northeastern or NAC playing AuSable in the championship game for girls Class C. Tomorrow night it's Peru against Saranac Lake in Class B for girls. Class D is Shazy. Who's their opponent? Do you know? I don't know either. Jesse Drawlett trying to move it down the right side. Pasty clears it up. Kochi, the goal scorer, Michael Griffin, setting it all up with a great play. Newton, I think, was down. So PHS has battled back here to get right back in this ball game. 1-1. 10 minutes, well, under 10 minutes now. Kelly Miller sends it all the way in. That's blocked by one of the Peru defenders. Ball comes up into the hands of Ryder. No call made. Ryder tried to cross it. Hamilton gets there before the ball went out of bounds. Dumped it up. Pasty calmly gets it to Miller. Miller on the left side. Jesse Drawlett helping him out. Hamilton and Connor can't clear for Peru. Garcia with it. Over the right side. Lapierre getting the shot off. Newton is there to make the save. 1-1. I told you earlier, Calvin, if it goes in overtime, I got to go home. I got to go to work. I can't hang around here to watch overtime. I'd like to stay around and watch Peru win, but PHS, they turned up the heat here. They turned it up prior, actually, even to the goal. And they continue to apply the pressure here. Peru looking just to hang on, if they can. Or do what they did earlier, get another little break up the field and hopefully get King, Spring Free King or Jesse Drawlett. Miller will throw it in. PHS would like to get a goal and possibly end this thing in regulation. An illegal throw called. Clark Herdick saying he didn't. He went over the side of his head, not straight over the top. So Hamilton will gain possession for Peru. He goes to Waddy. Hamilton clears it, midfield. O'Connor stepping back, taps to Miller. Miller goes inside to Garcia. Cucci. He can't get it under control. Ball's at midfield. Jesse Drawlett takes it off and Kellen Miller's foot. But Garcia picks up the loose ball. Shane Connor goes inside to Gary King. King sends a blind pass that's intercepted by Whitbeck. Cucci up to Griffin. Griffin goes to his left, gets the shot off, and Newton watches it go out of bounds. Goal kick coming up. First half pretty much all PHS, but unable to put the ball into the net. We ended up 0-0 at the half. To start off the second half, Peru came out with a little bit of fire and ended up scoring the first goal of the game. Gary King moving down the right side and then springing him or breaking free into the middle and catching Favreau out of his net and put the ball in. But PHS not getting bent out of shape, being down 1-0. Calmly got themselves back into the game, tying goal here just moments ago. Brian Cucci scoring with Michael Griffin getting the assist. And pretty much since 17-18 minute mark left here in the half, PHS regaining control of this ball game. They're looking to end it here. 6 minutes left in regulation. Wasp back in the game. Curtis Smith is out for Peru. Throw-in goes to King. He taps it up the left side, but it's out of bounds, and LaRock returns for the Hornets. Ball sent in by, I think it was Pasty. Headed out by Peru. LaRock picks it up. Taps to Ryder. Sam Ryder. Ryder with some of the orange tape on his socks. Ball's knocked out of bounds and called a goal kick. Ortel's goal kick. Ryder got his head on it. King picking up that though. Now Waddy sends it up the right side. Drawlett bodied by Miller. Losing the ball. Griffin picking up the loose ball. Griffin moving it into the middle of the field and sent out of there by David Drawlett. Jesse Drawlett on the right side. Got two big boys he's got to go around. Pasty sends it out of bounds at midfield. Throw in for the Indians. Down under 5 minutes. 4.5 actually left here in regulation. 1-1. Class B, Section 7 championship game. Dressley Drawlett. Nice move to go over Miller's. Ryder flicks it up. Griffin being bodied by Waddy. The fan down there yells, "Why don't you put a saddle on him?" That's a good one. Moving down the left side is King, Gary King. Brennan watching him. Or no, that's Pasty. King's pass into the middle. It's in the net! It's in the net! Peru is up. 3:55 left. Caught Favreau out of position again. 2-1 Peru. Gary Edwards just did a hop, skip, and a jump here on the sidelines. PHS a little bit devastated right now. 2-1 Peru. Well, Peru answering the Hornets' tying goal, and they've regained the lead. Gary King, his second goal of the game. The big factor here, 3:55 on the clock. Clark clears it. Over the touchline. Chris O'Connor looking to get the ball back in quickly for the Hornets. The Hornets have time, and they've got the offensive weapons to give them right back in this game. Ryder, ball is just out of the reach. Ryder tapping it over to the right side, and his teammates can't get there. It goes over the end line, and the Indians survive that scare. Henry C., the JV coach, he's on the sidelines now for the Peru Indians. Hamilton dumps it in on the keeper Favreau. Favreau, top of the 18. quickly with the throw down the right side. Lapierre touching up to O'Connor. O'Connor at midfield being watched by Drolet. He put it up and over the Peru players, but it goes out of bounds. Jesse Drolet to return now for Peru. Down to 2.5 minutes left here in regulation. 2-1. Peru on top. A beautiful shot by King. He was over on the left side, and he ended up putting that ball into the right corner, far side of the net. The Tile moving the ball up the field for Peru. Ball's in the middle of the field. Drolet, he dumps it over here to the right side. Garrett Wash, there to try to apply some pressure to Miller. Miller sends the ball out of bounds. Peru maintaining possession. Coaching staff telling them, hey, take your time, take your time. No reason to get this ball back in play that quickly. Miller gonna head it out of bounds again. Shane Connor puts it down on the right side. Miller this time heads it into the middle of the field. Connor though got a foot on it. Ortel having position on Pasty. Pasty gets called for putting the body on him. And now the stoppage of the clock. Somebody's going to get a yellow card. And I believe it's Pasty. Oh, a red card. He got a red card. 1:23 left. Jim Shucks coming over to tell Mr. Sullivan the reason why. And that's a big loss. Down a man now is PHS. And they are down by 1 man and 1 goal. 2-1. Indians with the ball. And a free kick coming in. Ball just inside their own end. Timer will start the clock on the kick. Ortel sends it all the way into the penalty area. Griffin. That's tapped off by Clark. David Drolet looking to beat O'Connor there, but O'Connor gets it up the right to Griffin. Everybody's going to move up for PHS. But Clark defensively slows down Griffin. Clears it up the field. Brennan gets it to O'Connor. O'Connor's cross is blocked. And now Peru again dumps it to midfield. Garrett Wass with the ball. Favreau's out of the net. Gets it to Shane O'Connor. Connor left. Oh, that's off the foot of Jesse Drolet. And out of bounds. Goal kick. Curtis Smith returns. 20 seconds left in this contest. Peru looking to hang on. Stop the clock. .16 seconds left on the clock. Shane Kyler finally gets off the field. They stopped it, the officials did. 21 seconds left. Matt Odell, number 21. No, they're going to give it to Kelly Miller. They have to move the ball up quickly and get a shot off. Miller's goal kick, a little bit short. David Drolet's able to tap it out of bounds. O'Connor tries to keep it in. No, he does. They're counting it down. They're celebrating before the final seconds ticked off, and the Peru Indians have upset the Plattsburgh Hornets by a score of 2-1, and they are the 1998 Class B Section 7 champions. Congratulations to Peru. Gary Edwards, Tommy Harrigan. Gary King sending Peru here with 2 goals. First goal, all the scoring taking place here in the second half. King getting both goals for Peru. Brian Cauchi getting the lone goal for the Hornets. And King's second goal of the game, with 3:55 left on the clock. He was over on the left side. He lofted what appeared to be a cross, and catching Favreau moving to the left. And it caught the upper corner of the right side of the net. And that's how Peru won it here, folks. You've seen it all on Hometown Cable, North Country Cable. your local public access channels. So Peru is the Class B champion. This has been Bill Chase and Calvin Castine. Calvin's probably going to hang around for the awards ceremony. I got to get out of here and go to work. Have a good day, everybody.
Our thanks to Bill Chase for taking us through the ball game. So the CVAC champions, the Plattsburgh High School Hornets, upset here in a big matchup against the Peru Indians. And Peru, of course, is a team that put the pressure on Plattsburgh at the end of the season. In the third game before the end of the season, the Indians upset the Hornets and forced them to win their final two to take the CVAC crown. So Plattsburgh knew coming in here that Peru was capable of the upset, and anytime a team that in third place beats a team in first place, it's a mild upset and certainly not a big upset here. And from Plattsburgh High School, but representing Section 7, the Section 7 coordinator, Tom Tregan, will present the plaque to Gary King, who scored both goals. And the Peru Indians will represent Section 7 in the regional competition. So that's the way it was. You've been watching Hometown Cable here. Our coverage of Section 7 Class B Championship Soccer.